One of the most heartbreaking things when we're dealing with incidents of violence is when the victim of it has done absolutely nothing to deserve their ending or to facilitate the violence that comes upon them. In the incident we're about to see, the individual literally did nothing. And by nothing, I mean literally nothing. They did not react, they did not respond, they did not engage. Yet they still reaped the consequences for it. It's important to recognize as we watch this video, nothing that is going to be said is an indictment of what the victim did or did not do. Because it's important that the lessons we get from it aren't seen as condemning someone else's actions or lack thereof. It's simply what we can get from it. Let's take a look at the video and see where we go. So right away, this is one of those videos that just makes your heart stop and everything just becomes like, oh, it's so shocking, it's so startling, and it's so sudden and unprovoked. There is nothing that she did here which would actually warrant being pushed onto the C-Train platforms. C-Train is the Calgary equivalent of mass transit for those that aren't residents of our fine city of Calgary. One thing that is important to recognize, though, is the individual that actually took part in committing this horrendous violent act was not in their right state of mind. They were on drugs, they were on alcohol, and there's some mental health and trauma issues going on there as well. Now, is that excusing behavior? No, it's not. And if that's what you take away from it, you're either not listening or you have a preconceived notion. Those are what we call warning triggers to be aware of in an individual's behavior. It isn't that it excuses their behavior, but that small comfort for the lady that ended up on the platform and is actually paraplegic in a wheelchair now because she was pushed by someone that was chemically enhanced with mental health problems and violent and bad intentions going on there. Is there anything she could have done within her actions to avoid this? Possibly not, probably not. She was on the C-Train platform waiting for the train to arrive, and all of a sudden she's the victim of a violent assault. What we can do with the benefit of hindsight is look at the indications, look at the behaviors, and look at the actions of the offender in this instance. When she's already approaching, you can see she's getting into personal space and encroachment. Now, this is important. When we talk about distance and how close someone can be to you, there are very specific parameters and guidelines. For those of you that have purchased the Reality Check course, I go quite deep into this. The distance between you and an individual is normally dictated by societal and polite convention. You don't let someone get close to you unless you want to be intimate with that person. And when someone's encroaching into your space on purpose, usually there's nefarious intent or certainly an alarm bell that should be going off. When you look at the rest of the behavior, the eyes are shifting, the body language, and it's those little checks. There's an internal dialogue that we can see going on within them. What is it they're going to do? Are they going to hit? Are they going to lash out? Are they going to steal? Is this an impulse within them that they cannot control? And that's what we have to recognize when someone's going through that dialogue. Not just the ones that are chemically enhanced, but the ones that are arguing with us in these violent situations as well. When someone is making a decision if they're going to go or not, there are so many little telltale signs which can be precursors to your own action. Whether you take the initiative on a physical, when you choose to put extra distance in, or whether you choose to put some more distractions in place to allow them to further complicate their decision-making process. Adrenaline does funny things. Consciences do funny things. Societal conditioning does funny things. When someone's drunk and high, they're not feeling that societal conditioning. They're not feeling that adrenaline, and they're not feeling the consequences that they're going through in their head for their actions they're about to take. It literally becomes a lack of impulse control. The old New York stare, when they just look down at the floor when there's a noise and things going on, that's not going to help you. If someone's that erratic that they're going to engage in a violent behavior, your job is to make yourself safe and those that are with you safe. If you can step back, step away, or even just do something as simple as get away from the platform edge, you might still get hit, you might still get pushed, but you've minimized the damage. If you're at a junction with your car and you're wanting to turn across traffic to go, it's best to keep your wheels pointing forwards, because if you're accidentally hit from behind, you're going to go in a straight line. If you have your wheels turned and you're going to go into that lane of traffic when you're shunted, it's not your fault, but you're still going to reap the consequences for it. This is what we call preparatory action for an incident that hasn't happened. If you don't get shunted, you just turn anyway. If you don't get pushed off the C-Train platform, you've still got your back to the wall and your day's gone on about its business. We can take many, many steps to ensure that the likelihood of an incident is greatly reduced. We can't eliminate it completely, but if we take steps to observe behaviors in people, if we take steps to secure our own personal boundaries, and if we're also on our pins and aware of what's going on with other people around us, collectively, we can make things a bit safer. Had there been an awareness of what this person was going to do, of course somebody would have taken action. But if someone's also aware of the triggers of someone's behavior, they can interject, they can make a noise, and they can make a distraction. We are all in this together, and life is difficult enough as it is. Spot the behaviors for yourself, spot them for someone else. And whilst we aren't going to stop things, we are going to reduce the chances of things going bad. Thank you for joining us, guys. Many of you are always reaching out to me, thanking me for the video content, offering videos of your own, and asking about further training. Of course, we have the incredibly successful Reality Check video training course available. That's still available for purchase through the Budo Brothers. But it's also a chance for you to train with me personally, in seminars, in person, or via virtual conferencing in Zoom. I'm available for you to contact me, and we can make you a better leader, we can make you a better teacher, we can make you a better martial artist. Hell, we can even make you a little bit safer in the world that we live in. Contact me at realitycheckbudo@gmail.com for details. You can also find me on the Facebook page of Reality Check. You can contact me through the Budo Brothers themselves. And as always, I'm available on Instagram. Thank you very much for all your continued support for these videos. Keep looking, keep subscribing, look out for each other, and stay safe out there.